So this video is to show the anatomy of the subchorionic bleed, a special type of anatomy that we see which could be mistaken as the placental separation. As you can see here, this is 13 weeks pregnancy, and there is some hypoechoic space over here. This it is the subchorionic space, and this structure is absolutely looking like a placenta, this structure, but it is in fact not the placenta. If we have some basic knowledge about the anatomy of the first trimester, then what actually has happened is that this is the area where the amnion is present. This is the amniotic membrane, and this is the chorionic membrane here. This is the subchorionic space, and this structure looking like placenta is the bleed which is present between the amnion and the chorionic membrane. Amniotic membrane and chorionic membrane, there is a bleed over here. This is not the placental separation. I will show you the video now. As you can see here, this is looking like placenta. But the actual placenta is over here. This is the placenta, and this is the bleed which is present between the amniotic membrane and the chorionic membrane. This is the subchorionic space. This is the subchorionic space, and this is the placenta, which is starting from here and ending here. It is anterior placenta. Let us fast forward. And yes, you can see here this structure. It is looking like placenta. Now we will go to the anatomy. That what is this? This is subchorionic space. This chorionic membrane, it gets attached over here in the inner uterine cavity wall, but when there is a bleed over here, this membrane, subchorionic membrane, it gets separated from the inner wall of the uterine cavity. This is the inner wall of the uterine cavity. It is called decidua, what you say, parietalis, and this is the decidua capsularis. Exactly, let us see what is the name. Yes, the chorionic membrane, outer surface of the chorionic membrane over here, this is the decidua capsularis, and inner surface of the uterine cavity, this is the decidua parietalis. So this is the uterine cavity, this purple color. This is called uterine cavity unless this chorionic membrane, blue color, is not attached over here, obliterating the gap of this uterine cavity. Once this blue color chorionic membrane gets attached over here and again it gets detached, then the subchorionic bleed occurs in this area, and then it is called subchorionic bleed. Otherwise, it is just a simple uterine cavity having fluid inside here. And if we zoom it, this yellow color is amnion and this blue color is chorion, and that bleed was between this line between the amnion and the chorion, and it is called the smooth chorion. This whole area from here, outer surface of the chorionic membrane till the inner surface of the amniotic membrane, it is called smooth chorion. From here to here. This is the smooth chorion, and this space from here to here, this space was looking like placenta, but actually it is the smooth chorion, which is either not fused with the inner uterine cavity wall over here, or if fused, it might have detached. So if it gets detached, it becomes the bleeding occurs over here in the subchorionic space or the uterine cavity, and then the blood comes out from here in the from the external ooze. Now you see this video. This is the smooth chorion. This is not placenta. And this is the placenta. It is called subchorionic bleed or subchorionic separation. Giving false perception of placental separation. But what is this? It is smooth chorion. This is smooth chorion between the amnion and the chorionic membrane. It is having good prognosis because the placenta which is present over here is not separated. This placenta, it is not separated. It is very rare to see the placental separation in early pregnancy. Although in books it is written that retroplacental clot and all that things, but these are not so common to come across. And in early pregnancy, before 13 weeks or 15 weeks, I had never seen any placental separation, clear-cut placental separation like this.